Fine day in France. It's only mid-20s, so that's fine. We can actually do something today. I have to get this back wall prepped for the creepy, which we're going to tackle tomorrow. We've got all the side to clear out, and I've got a sill to put in, and I've got corner beads either side of the door on the window, and a stop bead at the end. So we'll get cracking with that. So got a wee sill here today. I've cut the slab in half, and I've marked out this little cut out here. It's not a big return, it only goes to about there, 20mm or roughly an inch. So I'll show you what I've done. So here's the slab. I've cut it in half. It was 500mm by 500mm, so I was giving me 250 and 250, so that's fine. It's just over a metre wide. It's 1.10 m with a 10mm gap, and here's the cutouts I need to do for the block so the step will sit in. So I've got my grinder set up, and I'll cut that out. Cut out. I've just the same to cut out on the other side, and then we can go around, get a test fit, then we'll get some cement made. Right, here's our just sitting in. Here's the notch I've taken out, so it's fitting bonnet. Same at that side. I'll centre it up so it's spot on. I'll have a 10mm gap in the middle, and I'll fill up with cement. Just before you fit them, just make sure you're going to get them, I mean, they're not fitting right, so they're not level. It's slightly high here, and that's rocking, but by the time I get some cement on, that's going to be fine. And from the door, you want to make sure it's going to slope down. So if I can get it to about there, that would be absolutely perfect. It's maybe only a couple of mil in the metre, so it's not a lot, but as long as the water runs off the step, that's all I'm looking for. So I'm gonna make up a wee batch of cement and just in a bucket and get going with bedding that on. Right, so here's our bucket. Now it's pre-made. I don't know if you can see, there's sand and cement in that. It's a bag. You'll see in the bags cement 0 to 4. That's just the size of the sand grains. It's a bit coarser. It's good for blocks and bricks and stuff. You get 0 to 2 as well, which is more for the rendering of the house. So if you're just wanting, like one bag does, it's like 20 litres or something like that. So it's perfect for wee jobbies around the house, instead of having to buy a bag of cement and bags of sand. It's just, I mean, that bag was like £3, so can't go on at that. Right, I'll give it a mix. Right, I'm nearly there. I've just one more thing to add. Now, it's good to put a plasticizer into your cement. It just makes it work easier. So instead of going out and buying a specific brand of plasticizer, what you can do is go into your kitchen and get a bottle of washing up liquid. Just bang a suppy in. When I mix that in, it'll be nice and get like a creamy sort of consistency. Right, so here's it mixed, and you can see it comes off the, I couldn't find my proper trowel, so I just got this garden thing. That'll do for for all I'm using it for. It's just makes it work better and easier. So that's a wee tip for you. Right, all I've done is wetted this top of the block. And what I'm hoping is the wetness in the block will help suck the cement into the block and into the slab. Just giving it a bit more adhesion. Fill in this corner here as well. I'll do there. What I'll do along the front is crepe it as well when I'm doing the wall. So that should be fine. I'll put in for this hole here too. And I'll just put in a couple of gosh bits of stone just to fill it. You don't want to fill the whole hole full of cement. You need to give it something solid to just break it up. Let's see if I can find another bit. To be fair, you can fill it with any old crap. I've just got old bits of brick, block. Just piece it in. Doesn't hate me, Bonnie. Never ever be seen. Thankfully. Right. This side. Right, we'll get our first slab, which is this one. Now I want this to be as high up at the back as I can get it, and as low at the front as I can get it. So we'll just, there we go. There's not too bad there. Spot. Is it sloping down at the front? No, it's high at the front. So what I'll do is I'll take some of the cement off. Another try. Right, how's that? It's about half a mil in 250, so that's 2 mil per metre. That's actually perfect. Right, bang this one on. I'll take some off the front. If you've seen any of the videos about the gutters, you'll know that the gutter runs are 2 mil in a metre as well. It's just a fine gradient for the water to run off. Right, I'll get this in here, there we go. See if it's level. it's needing up slightly this end. Sometimes what you need to take off isn't on the block, it's on the back of the cell. This step. I think that is looking better. That is level there. It's this back corner still. It's not a lot, so we'll put a lot in. I don't know if you watched the World Cup last night, but France are looking a bit hot. I don't think many teams would have stopped them last night, especially Sweden. That's good there. That's good there. That's fine and level. That's perfect. Cool. Right. It's pretty much centred. It's perfect. We go up at the front, but that's getting filled with the crepe tomorrow. Right, so I'll just a wee drop. Right, let me just give this a wash. When you're doing this, you don't want the cement to dry and then try and wash it, because that'll go into the slab. So just give it a wipe as it's all. Right, I'll let that set for an hour, a couple of hours, come back and just get another little clean up, and that should. I can now get my corner beads on, so I'll show you how I'm going to do that. Right, I've got my corner beads here. All I need to do is measure top of the cell to the underside of that lintel. Now I've got a 10mm spare, so the cutting off of here will do this window, and the same with this side. I'll do the other side. So, a quick measure. Okay, the size is 1 metre 975 millimetres. So that 1975. I'll give it a couple of mil. So when it's slip in, things are too tight. Sometimes they just don't want to go in. Hey wife. No, they wouldn't know anything about that. Right, that's our cut. This actually comes off, and then you just squeeze it back on. I just realised that, so that's fine. That'll be easier to cut the next one. Right, so let's right, I'll do the window next. I'll not bore you with that, because it's the same, but different. Right, how I'm going to fix them is with small masonry nails. I just got these off telephone wire clips. So I think 2 in each one would do. Maybe 3. I'll see if I can find some more. There's wee holes every so often, but these nails are too big for it, so I'll just go through another wee tub. So tomorrow when we crepe it, I'll do the face, and when I spray the crepe, it'll go in between all the wee joints and stick to the wall, and that should be solid. When the in goes, the inward parts, I've got a bit of wood to go up the side of the door, but I'm just waiting for it to dry, so that'll probably be a few days yet. But we can do that later. As long as the front gets done, I'll be quite happy. These wee bits here are the vents, and there's a row along the top. That's just air vents because it's a timber frame house with blocks, so it just lets air circulate, lets the building breathe. Actually keeps it quite cool as well. It's 40 odd degrees outside, but inside the house is 25, 26. It's quite reasonable. Right, so tomorrow we will get cracking with the crepe. Hopefully see you then.